Now, moving on to our next story, the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis suffered a chaotic start to his 2024 presidential election race on Wednesday, when glitches spoiled an online forum hosted by Twitter owner Elon Musk that was meant to showcase DeSantis' fitness for the top job. The ill timing of the failure has raised questions regarding the sustainability of DeSantis' campaign and whether it has fallen flat on its face even before taking off.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was supposed to launch his candidacy with what they were calling a historic first Twitter, audio-only Twitter Spaces with the CEO, Elon Musk. But there were technical glitches. He seemingly was kicked out of the forum a couple of times. Sometimes he wasn't listed as co-host, rather as listener. People were getting kicked out. You could only hear keyboards clicking. You were not able to hear them talking about this. They said that it has to do with the amount of people who tuned in. At some point, there were more than 400,000.
The broadcast of the hour-long interview, which was intended as the formal launch for DeSantis, but because of heavy traffic, the social media platform crashed several times before he or Musk could even speak. Campaign lost sound for extended stretches, and users were either unable to join or were dropped. According to reports, Twitter users faced disappointing complications as DeSantis joined in. Originally, more than 400,000 Twitter users joined the event, which was ultimately ended and then restarted, delaying DeSantis' announcement by nearly half an hour. When the event was relaunched using a Sachs account, only around 250,000 eager listeners joined Twitter to listen to Trump's strongest challenger yet. With reports of Donald Trump having doubled the followers of DeSantis among Republicans, experts feel the crash could have seriously affected the tone of DeSantis' presidential campaign, with some Twitter users even commenting that DeSantis' whole campaign is going to be like this 10-minute confused session on Twitter Spaces. Incumbent President Joe Biden, too, took a dig at the top Trump rival. Now, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Mark Merowitz, who is a political commentator. Listen in to what he had to say.
I don't see tectonic shift now at this point. Maybe before the Twitter launch, there was some kind of a shift or an indication. Yes, there are people out there like Hal Lambert that might be switching to DeSantis. DeSantis is a very prominent politician. But the way it is looking right now is I don't think a donor makes a difference under these circumstances. The key is to be able for a Florida politician to launch a national campaign. And who is Ron DeSantis? What has he done in Florida? Well, he took on Disney. And keep that in mind, too, in the Republican Party, whether here's a candidate who has had a struggle, a conflict with an American corporation, and not just any American corporation, the American corporation that is Walt Disney, Donald Duck, and Mickey Mouse. This is as American as apple pie, and DeSantis is attacking them. So does corporate America, the donors you're talking about, are they keen on the idea that this is a presidential candidate who has tussles with corporations? I'm pretty sure that maybe Hal Lambert right now is an outlier. And after all of that, I'm not so sure that this is a rocket trajectory for DeSantis, especially after this Twitter launch, which was about 20 minutes, much of which was empty noise and people mumbling. This was utterly embarrassing for a presidential launch. And I think it really hurt DeSantis a lot in terms of his prospects.